Alright, welcome back. Here's the fourth tip. Alright, so we're going to be talking now about the pantry. The pantry is the area where you store your food, and it's an area which has a lot of traffic. Once again, depending on how much cooking you do, or how much, depending on the number of kids you have, you're going to be doing a lot of cooking, depending on the number of people that are in the house also, So, if you're a person who does a lot of cooking, I would suggest you do this on a monthly basis. And, and this applies actually for all, the three previous items that we had talked about, so the refrigerators and the ceiling fan and the top of the cabinets as well. So we recommend to do it once a month. All right, so at least take care of these once a month. And the pantry is another area that actually, gets, it's like the niche for the roaches and the cockroaches and every single type of roaches out there. So make sure that especially the bottom floor, it's taken care of. Okay, so for these exercises, what we're gonna need is a vacuum or a broom, a bucket of water with vinegar, a cloth, and a scrubber. Once again. All right, so you're gonna see how big of a role this scrubber actually plays when cleaning the floor, because you might want to get rid of any sticky stuff that is found on the floor. Could be a great idea to just use a scrubber, have it handy so that you can mop it and use it, also to scrub the floor as well. Okay, so the first step of this process is very simple. It's work on the right side of the pantry, that you can clean the items, so that you can clean the items that found on the floor of the pantry as you remove them. And then you're gonna vacuum and mop this side. Okay, so it's gonna be very simple. We're gonna be working, picture your pantry, having a left and a right side. Okay, on the right side of the pantry, what you're going to do is we're going to take out those items out of the pantry. Okay, you want to put it on the side, but on that process, as we're taking those items out, what you're gonna need to do is actually wipe out the dirt or the grease that you might have collected on the jars or boxes or plastic containers or whatever you have on the floor of your pantry. Okay, so use a damp rag with a little bit of vinegar, so that you can wipe off this dust or whatever that might have accumulated on those items found on the floor. All right, so then what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna vacuum and you're gonna mop this side. Okay, so once it's vacuum and mop, we're gonna go to the left side of the pantry. All right, so what we're gonna be doing now is we're gonna be moving the items found on the left side of the pantry to the right side of the pantry. Okay, so that we can wipe off any dust actually from the items that we're going to be finding on the left side as we move them to the right side. Okay, so as you're moving the items found on the left side towards the right side, do the same thing that you did when you were working on the right side, which is wipe out and clean all the items, the plastic cases or whatever item you find on your floor, just wipe them off as you're moving them towards the right side. Okay, reason you move it to the right is because now you're going to be working on the left side. You're going to be vacuuming that left side, and then you're going to be mopping that left side. Okay, so step number 3 is actually now to work on the left side of the pantry, and start vacuuming and mopping this left side. Okay, so very simple. Now, it's also recommended that as you put all the stuff you took out back to its original place, it's a great time for you to also select and throw away stuff that has expired already, which you might not have noticed. Okay, so it's a great time for you, before you place all your items back, it's also great to actually just go quickly, through, stuff that might be outdated, expired, or whatever, or rotten, who knows. Just take a quick look at, expiration dates and throw anything that you don't need. Okay, or that has expired already. Okay, so we're gonna see Maria how she does it in her nice and unique way. All right, so check it out. One is our pantry, right? It's a little unorganized there, so now she's gonna start wiping off. Here she's gonna be working on the right side, taking out all the stuff, and she's going to be arranging stuff that maybe got put on the floor. And she's gonna be wiping off all those units, all those storage plastic case, containers, right? As she's moving the containers out of the right side of the cabinet, right? So nice area now to vacuum it, all right? So I'm gonna be vacuuming. Alright, now rinse your rag or your cloth and clean first the wall, and if you have any baseboards, like in this case, you can clean the baseboard too. Alright, so now clean your floor. You know, you're gonna be washing your floor, right? And then we're gonna be moving the left to the right. It's like an exercise, right? The left to the right, left to the right, left to the right. Okay, now here we go. Next item, from the left to the right. And we're going to start vacuuming now. That small piece she used is called the nozzle. Alright, so she used the nozzle, you know, the pointy plastic piece she used to connect to the vacuum. To the vacuum is called the nozzle. That's just to get to the corners and get to places where the regular broom could not get. Okay, so she's gonna be washing the floor, and now she's gonna be moving items to the right so that she can start scrubbing the floor. Alright, so we're gonna start scrubbing, cleaning as much as we can. Start scrubbing the floor. A little bit more sticky stuff on the floor, and she's gonna be also cleaning some of the items that she found on the left side. And back to its place, nice and neat. Putting back the stuff back, organizing some of it. Alright, putting back the water. See that? She's gonna notice later, right? And she's gonna take it out, I bet. There you go. Out. She found one little spot there. Alright, back to its place. Everything goes back with a nice floor, nice and clean. And then some of the items back again to its original place. Very simple.